YouTube, and welcome to another episode of Untamed Treat Friday. Olive and I, over at Benson Marina, trying to beat the heat with the fishies and the ducks, and I thought I'd share with you what we're going to be making today. So today we have got a blueberry tart with a lemon and cashew filling and a date and almond crust. Super easy to make, really healthy ingredients, and it looks beautiful, so it's a lovely thing to take to a get-together or a barbecue. So if you want to see how to make it, keep watching. Okay guys, I'm starting off here with a springform pan, and this is a little trick to get your parchment paper just the right size. I'm just folding it in half, then placing half of my pan on the parchment paper and tracing it, and then I'm going to cut out that half moon shape, half circle shape, and it's going to give us the exact size of our pan. I am cutting a little bit inside the line that I made just to make sure that it has ample room to fit right inside. Little parchment paper hack for y'all. There we go, perfection. This way our crust won't stick. So now what we're going to do is we are going to use our handy dandy blender to mix up a really simple date and almond crust for our tart. So I've got a 1/4 cup of oats here, and a 1/2 cup of almonds raw. I'm going over to grab my dates. They're quite big, so I used about 7 large soaked dates for this recipe. There they are. See how big they are? And obviously they're pitted. So this is going to be our sweetener for our crust. I've also got 1 tablespoon of chia seeds for some added omegas, and a tablespoon of hemp seeds. It's going to help with texture as well. Then I've got 2 heaping tablespoons of almond butter. I'm going to blitz that up. I'm just going to use the pulse button to get it. Oh, just kidding. First I'm going to add I think about a pinch of Himalayan pink sea salt, and then about a 1/2 teaspoon of cinnamon, and then a capful of pretty strong vanilla extract. There's the cinnamon I was talking about. Nice super high-tech measuring abilities. Didn't even show you. There you go. That's about a 1/2 teaspoon. And that's what it looks like blitzed up there. It's pretty coarse, but I like that because it gives it a nice texture as you're eating the pie. You can use this pie crust recipe for just about any pie as well. And obviously you can switch out the fruit in this recipe really easily. Don't try this at home, folks. I probably shouldn't use my fingers, but it was so sticky I couldn't get it out of there. So I'm just pressing down with my fingers, and then I'll get it all around the edges as dense as I can, and then when I can't get it any more dense with my fingers, I'll switch over to a spatula and smoosh it down that way, get it nice and compacted. And that's what she looks like there. I put her in the fridge. Then I've got 2 cups of soaked raw cashews. This is for our lemon cream filling. And to that I am going to add, I had this half a lemon hanging around, so I'm going to do a lemon and a half as far as juice goes. And this, if you have a microplane, that works best, but this is a little zester for cocktails, and I'm just using that to get some of the rind off there, trying not to get the white, which is called the pith. The pith is a bit more bitter, so I'm just going around trying to get the bulk of the yellow off of here for some intense flavor. It has oils in it. It tastes much more strong than just the juice. I'm hoping you can see the way that, oh yeah, you can see the little spurts of juice coming off of the rind. I think that's so cool. So I'm going to zest this whole lemon, and then I'm also going to juice this lemon. Okay, now that we got our lemon in, I'm adding a capful of our vanilla extract here. And then this is where sweetener comes in. If you want it to be entirely vegan, you can use obviously agave or maple syrup, same amounts. But I just extracted this honey the other day, and I feel really good about how it was sourced. It's super ethical. I did it myself. So I'm using honey, which I think goes really well with the lemon and blueberry flavor. So I'm just adding, I believe, 3 teaspoons at this point. I will obviously link everything below. I believe I add a little bit more once I taste test as well. Local honey is super good for you. It helps with allergies. And it's a really good form of sweetener as far as glycemic wise, obviously. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to just start this at a pulse to get everything kind of mixed up, and then blend and smush down for quite a while. I think that a food processor might work better than this, but this is what I have, so that's what I'm using. If you need to add a bit of water, add a tablespoon at a time until you get the right consistency. But now I'm just adding it to our crust right here. And at this point, you can choose any fruit, and let me know what your favorite summer fruits are to use for pies. I really like the idea of blueberry and lemon, but the sky is the limit as far as fruits go. So I'm just plopping that on there, and then I'm going to spread it out and throw it in the fridge while I work on our fruit topping. Alrighty, now that this is spread out for the most part, we're going to put it in the fridge like I was saying, and now I'm working on our glaze for our blueberries. I have got a tablespoon of lemon juice and a heaping tablespoon of just a organic raspberry jam that I have in the fridge, and then a tablespoon of honey. We're just making kind of a sweet and tangy glaze to really make our blueberries pop and to give them a little bit more flavor as well. So I've mixed that up, broken up the jam, and now I'm adding a 2nd tablespoon of honey. I'm going to just mix it up with a fork so we don't have any chunks. And there's our 2 pints of strawberries. It's about a pound. I'm just drizzling this over the blueberries, and then I'm going to gently fold in the glaze. They get nice and shiny, and they're not too sweet this way. I didn't want it to be like, you know, like canned fruit kind of flavor here. This is very on the mild side. So now I'm just dumping them onto our cream filling here. I'm trying to angle it well in a way where you can see what the heck I'm doing. I'm gonna place them on there, spread them on out towards the edges, and cover it in plastic wrap. I can store it in the freezer. It'll last for up to a week. It will kind of start bleeding into the cheesecake, that pink flavor, but or pink color, I'm sorry, but it still tastes fabulous. So I'm just moving it around, and then I'm going to garnish it with some lemons, and we are good to go. I hope you guys love this recipe. Let me know what you think. If you can, like this video, and if you're interested in more videos like this, let me know. Comment below, subscribe, all those fun things, and enjoy your pie. I hope you're enjoying your summer as well. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I hope that you have a lovely Friday, and I will see you